Hey guys, thanks for joining me again for yet another video. I wanted to share something really special. So I really wasn't expecting to catch any fish. So this was just, I think, on a Thursday. It was a random Thursday. I just installed 2 Garmin units. I replaced the Humminbird Mega Side imaging that I had on the console and went with 2 dual 93 SVs from Garmin. So I wanted to get out to the lake and test these out before I went fishing all day on Saturday. So it was probably, I don't know, maybe 6:30 by the time that we got out there after I came home from work. I grabbed my son, Bear, and we hit the lake. So on the way to the lake, we look over, we pass Lower Barton Creek on Falls. I look over and see a bunch of shad in this creek. So I looked at Bear and said, "Hey, we're definitely fishing this." And he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." He saw it as well. So we're probably halfway through the creek, and using side imaging, I roll up to a flat. I can see it on side imaging. It looks like I see clouds of bait. So I was like, "Oh man, this looks good." I look over and I see shad flicking on the surface. So I was like, "Oh man, we gotta at least scan this." So I set up a view for 2D and down imaging. I rolled over it, and sure enough, we marked probably, I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 fish on this where it started going into deeper water from this flat. I marked these fish. I think we were in 12 to 16 foot of water. Is kind of where we were in 12 foot and drove out to 16 is ultimately where we found these, and they were just sitting right there at the top of the hump. So as you know, these are just, that's kind of, when fish are ready to bite, they kind of sit up on top of these humps, and they were in the right orientation. They were sucked to the bottom, and they were in a nice long string. So everything told me, oh man, these got to be fish. But since I'd never marked fish like this, I've never been able to catch fish offshore like this, I had no clue whether they were or not. So I dropped a couple GPS waypoints down into a nice line that I could see up on my bow unit and kind of line up the cast. So I started out by throwing a jig. I really did not get bit at all. So then I made the change to a crankbait. So again, I lined up, and we actually started catching some fish. So we'll actually be able to see that here in a second, where I start catching quite a few fish. Fish. Yep. Put that down. Put that down. Don't jump. Don't jump, fish. Don't jump. Jump.
Oh, the fish is right there. Acts like a fish.
Oh, you're in the way of the camera, by the way. Dude, that's a good one.
Oh, wow. Yeah, crankbaits are the best bait I have.
He came right off. Good. You gotta run the water.
Okay. Which one? On here or the outside?
So again, this was a super special moment that was kind of like, putting all the pieces to the puzzle together. I was able to see fish on the side imaging. I was able to go over them with down imaging and 2D, clearly see, the arches and the little golf balls. Once the water was transitioning from shallower to deeper water. So again, it was just all wrapped together, As you can see here in this next clip, I started catching more off this same exact spot. Fish.
What?
Fish.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Another one.
Hey, get that net out.
Okay. Another fish. Crankbaits are the best bait right now.
Right now, it would seem so. Littler one. Oh my goodness, that big one just freaked out. Gotta get these rods situated so we don't break them. I'm telling you, bub, you're gonna get a bite off that. Oh, look. He spit up a shad.
Ew.
Look at that. Little baby shad. That's what we're trying to imitate. And I'm a little bit bigger with this.
My bait looks nothing like that.
It does.
Well, it looks like it, but my bait is way bigger. But there's probably bigger shad. There's bigger shad there. Yeah, I'm gonna let's do that.
See, that cast was off target. Another fish.
Another one?
Yep. Oh, this is awesome. Back to back cast. Oh,
What?
finally. This one's a good one, bub.
Okay.
This one's jumping. This one's gonna jump.
Okay, okay.
Nope.
No, it's not. Oh, wow. Looks small. He's small.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
He got this net, so.
I know it doesn't get all.
Well, it won't happen. It just.
This one's dangerous.
What?
This one's a little bit dangerous because it's hooks on both sides of his mouth. Like if I grab it, he could flip and hook me. I'll have to grab him by the fins.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Big fish.
Look at that. And I'm gonna put them back right where they were. So at this point, I kind of just got spun around just due to the wind. I don't have spot lock or anything yet on the boat. So I spin around, and at this point I'm basically just lining up and bombing cast after cast after cast. So I had just caught that last one that you saw, and made a couple more casts, and then here on this cast right here is where I get in another one.
When you cast it like on the fish, and then the fish might
Fish.
fish another one.
He's still on.
What?
He's still on. Get the net. See him like waking at the top? That might be two. Feels like a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Woo! Look at this. Oh, we need to get up there again.
I'm gonna catch a fish.
I know, Bob, I'm just really excited for catching. Freaking, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Putting on a clinic.
That's like our first fish.
Look at Barrett working that jig like an absolute champ. So at this point, it was getting darker, and pretty much I think I'm done catching fish. You'll see one here in a second. But I'm pretty much done catching fish on this spot for the evening. It just got way too dark. Just kind of to recap, I started throwing a jig on the spot that I knew had fish on it. Didn't get bit. Grabbed this 6XD in shad color. Started cranking it through there. You'll notice my retrieve. I'm doing a really quick retrieve to get down to depth, and really fast, and then kind of doing an erratic. I do catch fish off a crankbait often. With that retrieve, and it may be a little bit faster than some of you guys are even used to seeing, but it works. I can say that it works. Go ahead and try it. I mean, what's it gonna hurt? So it was too dark that night, so we went back a couple days later on the weekend on a Saturday, and went to the same spot, and I'll roll those clips here now. We did not end up catching hardly any fish off the spot. I think we caught 2 off the spot. We just fished it too hard, and there was maybe 10 to 15 total tops in that entire area that we graphed. So here I am on the Saturday at the same spot. We did graph over it. We did see a couple fish, so we decided, hey, let's fish this spot again. And we did, as I said, we did end up catching a couple off of it, and then we decided to do a little bit of exploring, and then here in a second you're going to see an awesome catch by my son. He's catching them on a shaky head. Fish. Little guy.
Another one. I saw another fish.
Stop, bud, stop. It's fine. Stop. It's fine. We're good. You just really messed up yourself after that. I just yeeted that crankbait over there.
Fish. Fish.
Nice, bub.
Fish. Fish.
Keep pressure, keep pressure. Keep pressure. You're good.
Oh, this is a
Keep
big
pressure.
one.
Keep pressure. Bring him up.
Fish. Fish.
Bring him up. Bring him over here. Nice, bub.
Woohoo!
On the shaky head. Show him to the camera when you get him.
I caught a fish on the shaky head.
Nice, bub.
Just barely hooked on him.
Take care of him. Throw that one on live well. It's a keeper.
We both caught 2 fish.
2? You only caught 1.
Yeah, that's what I meant.